Okay, lesson 5.5 is on rational equations. And so I'm going to work through number 18 with you. So number 18 has three fractions in it. The first is 1 over 4a, and that is set equal to 5a plus 20, all divided by 4a squared. And then I'm going to add to that a plus 3 divided by 4a squared. Okay? So I have these three fractions, and I need to solve the equation. Well, I know that in order to add or subtract equations, or fractions, sorry, they have to have a common denominator. So these two denominators right here match. They're 4a squared. This guy right here, though, he's missing an a. So I'm going to say that my LCD, my least common denominator, is 4a squared. And what I'm going to do is change each fraction, okay, in order to have that. So this very first guy, he needs me to add an a in the top and the bottom. So I end up with a all divided by 4a squared. Okay? This next fraction, he already has what he needs, so I'm not going to give him anything. 5a plus 20 over 4a squared. Plus, in the last fraction, he already has what he needs too. A plus 3 over 4a squared. Okay? Now keep in mind that this a plus 3 is in the top of that fraction. This 5a plus 20 is in the top of that fraction. Okay? That'll help me when I start writing out what I need to solve. Because this is the same denominator and it's an equation, we're just going to ignore the bottom and we're going to work with the top. So it looks like I end up with a equals, and it's just going to be a 5a plus 20. Okay, and then for my last fraction here, this is where I want to be careful because it says I need to add this a, so I'm going to do plus a. And then it says I need to add this 3, so it is plus 3. So the reason I show you that is because you need to be careful if there is a subtraction sign there, because it will change everything that comes after it. Okay? But now I just have this, what it looks like to be a linear equation where I just have to get a alone. There's no a squared, so I just get a alone. So let's see, a equals 6a plus 23. And I'm going to move the a's to the other side, to the left side. Okay, so I end up with negative 5a equals 23. And then a, when I divide both sides by negative 5, is going to be 23 over 5. And it's a negative 23 over 5. Okay, so that is the answer that I end up with. It's not very pretty, but he does work, I hope. Okay, I have to prove that he's not an extraneous solution first. Okay, but I'm hoping that he does work. So how do I find my extraneous solutions? Well, I break up my LCD into its different parts, so it actually has 4 different parts this time, or 3 different parts, sorry. Okay, and right here, 4 equals 0, I ignore him, but it looks like a cannot be 0 in either case, or else it will let the denominator be 0. So my extraneous solution is that a cannot be 0. Which is a good thing because that is not what I found for my answer. Okay? So, I mean, rarely will we actually run into an extraneous solution that doesn't work, but it does happen, so we have to be careful and check. Okay? So this is the answer to the problem. A equals negative 23 over 5. If you store that and check, it will work. Okay? And the only answer I'm not allowed to get is this 0 for A. I hope that helps.